Hi, my name is Corinne and welcome to the Core of Life. I understand during this festive time, it's going to be really, really difficult for some of you that have lost loved ones. It is a very difficult time. It's not easy to get over somebody like that. And with COVID and the social distancing and with us being at home and not really having that opportunity to be around family and friends and not really having somebody there to take our minds off our loss, it's going to make this time even more difficult. I personally have lost uh, my twin brother, and I lost my mom and dad. My twin brother at the age of 22, my mom at the age of 33 when I was 8 months pregnant for my son. Under a month, my dad had passed away, and it was a very difficult time for me. And 6 days later, I had my son. So the first Christmas was incredibly, incredibly difficult. I remember when we did get together with family and friends, it's as though you're there, but not really there. So you just smile for the sake of smiling, and you just laugh for the sake of laughing. And there's a huge part of you. It's almost like you are an empty shell, and you're just trying to make sense of what has happened. So it was difficult, and it's difficult for those that have lost their pillars. And I really do feel for the young man or the young woman out there that came from a single parent home and you lost your mom and you lost your dad, and you don't really have that support system in place. So for you, I am doing this video, and I just wanted to let you know that it's not always going to be like that the sun will shine again. And I know I'm pretty sure you may have heard that line before, but things do get better. But it's the process. And today I just want to quickly help you to make sense of this festive season and to celebrate the life that was lost as well. So a lot of people believe, if you lose somebody, you can just get over it and move on. And it doesn't work like that. That's not how life works. You don't just get over somebody and you move on. That person was a huge part of your life. They're almost like a fabric of your existence. And not to have them around does affect you. And it will affect you, especially if your mom or your dad was your only pillar in life. So what has really helped me through the years are some of the tips I'm going to be sharing with you. Firstly, I've just learned to be in that moment when you are grieving for your loved one. If you are feeling angry, allow yourself to feel angry. If you're feeling really hurt, allow yourself to feel all those emotions, the loss. Sometimes it'll mean you just crying into a pillow, or just trying to forget. Like sometimes you might go onto Netflix and just watch one sequel after another, or just try to keep your mind preoccupied with something else. So this Christmas, when you are really missing your loved one, I just wanted to share with you what helped me. And that was, after a few years, came to this point, and I wish somebody had shared this with me because that would have really helped me. I came to this point where I realized I could not change anything about that situation. Now, both my twin brother had died on a hospital bed. My mom had died in hospital, and my dad had died in hospital. And I never got to be with any one of them during that time when they passed on. And that was really sore for me, because you always envision your life, especially when it comes to your parents, for you to be there for their last moments. And in a way, I felt that I had actually failed them. So I had to come to a point in my life where I had to realize that these things were out of my control. And I also realized that I had to be so thankful for just having them. So I began to thank God for just having my twin brother for the 22 years that I had with him, and to thank God for my mom and for my dad. And both of them I've left a part of them in me. It's ingrained in me. I literally carry them every day of my life, in my heart, in my actions, in the way I relate to other people. In the same way, whoever you lost, you carry within you. You haven't lost them totally. When you meet somebody, they impact your life, and you carry a part of them, and that part of them will come through in your actions and your words. And some of them were there to teach us a lesson. Some of them were there to be our role model. So just for me, it was just coming before God and just being thankful that I could have those moments with them. I could have the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad moments, the happy moments. I could have those moments with them. And it was actually all of those experiences that define the person that is sitting in front of you today. Festive season is very hard, especially if your family was complete and now you've got an incomplete family, and then you're seeing pictures of everybody enjoying themselves. Very, very hard for those that have lost their jobs, and seeing other families being able to do things like activities and presents and meals and stuff, and to know that you as a breadwinner cannot provide for your family, and in some way you feeling like a letdown to your family. Very, very hard, very, very sore situations to be in, right? So coming back to just owning that moment where you just think about your loved one and you just say, God, you know what, I'm so thankful for having them in my life, and for all the experiences that I had with them. And that was actually your gift to me, and I'm thankful for that. And the second thing I do was I celebrate their life. Like, especially during this festive time, my dad used to buy jam, a special kind of jam that had lots of seeds in it. And he would put that on a toast and have that. So around December time, I tend to buy that brand name jam. And my kids will see me having that on the toast. And then they will ask me, Mama, are you doing this in memory of your dad? And I'll say yes. And then they would say, can I taste that? And I'll say yes. And I got to share that legacy with them. So every single person that comes into your life, they leave something so deep in your life, and you get to share them. You get, and that is what I mean, sharing them through your actions. You get to share their traditions and their lives, and with your friends, with your family, with your kids and stuff. So I wish I could tell you that by the second year, I'd stop crying on Christmas Day, but that isn't true. So for me, my personal journey through the grief has been about 12 years. It's taken me to come to this point where I can talk about what I went through. It was a very, very sore experience. But now looking back and understanding what I went through, it's actually given me so much of empathy for those that are in the same situation that I was in. So I trust that what I have to share is a blessing to you. When I was thankful, I used to just close my eyes and pray and really own that moment with that person in my prayer. But then I do understand that there's a lot of people who don't know how to pray. So for me, I am a Christian, and my faith is very dear to me. It's my faith that has got me through the hard and difficult times. And if you would like to remember your loved one, I would love to pray for you. And so we start the prayer by closing our eyes, and we will go into it. Dear Heavenly Father, I just bring each and every person that have lost a loved one before you right now. And these are very difficult times, God. Difficult times to know that we cannot be with our loved ones, and they're not there to share those special moments with us. And we'll never see them again. We'll never hear their voice again. We'll never get to laugh with them again. But today, dear God, we just remember each and every one of them. And we're so thankful for the time that we had with them. And we're so thankful for the experiences that we had with them and the life lessons that they imparted into us. And we know, dear God, that it's not easy. But your word says that you are a comforter to those that are hurting. that you stick it closer than a brother, that you become a mother and a father to us. So in every person, oh God, those that have lost husbands, Father, Father, you would become their husband. Those that have lost wives, you would become their wife, their comforter. Those that have lost mothers and fathers, oh God, that you will help them through. You will be their guiding light, oh God. I pray that you would help them. And Lord, as even they would go through this festive season, you would guide them in Jesus' almighty name. Amen. So I'm hoping that this video has helped you in some way. And I hope that I've left you in a better place than you were when you came across this video.